So what's good, guys? What's good? What's good? What's good? So today I'm gonna be showing you guys the trade I actually took, starting from on Sunday last week all the way till on Thursday, because on Thursday was the last day I took a trade. And you all guys know I'm actually a swing trader, and I'm also using this place as a means to document my trades and then show you guys what I'm actually looking at in the market, and also show you guys what I'm actually um, taking. So without no further ado, let's just jump into my chart, and we're gonna be starting up with Ethereum USDT, because that was the first trade I took on Sunday. So Sunday, let's break it down and actually show you what I was actually looking at on this guy. So on this guy, I was actually looking at I was actually looking at on this Ethereum. It was actually a swing trade though, because when I first of all came into the chart, I saw price created this engulfing candle right here, and we are reacted from a monthly key level. If we come back to the monthly time frame, you see that we reacted from a monthly key level, and let me identify my level properly. From a monthly key level, I'm coming, give me a sec. So as we got here, I identified that okay, price came into a monthly key level whereby we got a push all the way to this upside, then we got a bounce back into this level because price broke this level, and I drew my Fibonacci all the way from swing low to swing high, and I noticed that we are currently inside Fibonacci level, which is actually below the 50% fib, which is actually a good zone to buy. So I scaled down to the weekly time frame in order to give more meaning to this trade. Then I see that price actually struggling around this level right here. Price actually struggling around this level right here, and I noticed that price actually broke this this trend line right here. So there's higher chance of price pushing to the upside. So push it to the upside, either to come and retest this trend line right here, or actually continue to the upside because of what the monthly time frame showed us. So then I scaled out to the daily time frame in order to bring more meaning to the trade. Then I noticed that price was actually in this downtrend low. Then we got this high, then we got this lower low, then we got this high. So I noticed that okay, price came into this Fibonacci level, into this daily trend, into this last leg, and created and reacted from this Fibonacci level right here. And if you see, that was the entry around this area, but I didn't take the trade though, because I was actually it was complicated trying to started trading on another setup instead of focusing on my own setup, on my own strategy. So I was trying to, if you understand, strategy hopping. So what now happened? I noticed that not only that price came into here, I noticed that okay, price actually created this structure right here. Slow, this high, this low, price reacted from this zone and bought. So that's it. And we also got this collapse right here. Then I also noticed another thing. Price still created another structure. Then I waited for price to break above it. Then drew my rectangular bar from this high, cover the high of the candle where price started from. Then if you can see on the daily time frame, that was where I'm doing all of this. Then I noticed that okay, price came into this guy and gave us a daily engulfing candle if I was not that experienced, price would have stopped me out for a loss. But because I was experienced, I noticed that price didn't touch this trend line. So there's higher chance of price collecting stops, for using this as an opportunity to take out stop loss, because majority of the people actually who took this trade might be putting their stop loss around this area. So what did I do? I look at this guy right here. This was the lowest point where price got to before forming that engulfing candle. So I put my stop loss below that area right there. So all I just do, take my entry at this area, then I ride price all the way to this area. My TP was around this area right here, but I decided to just close because I wasn't feeling that comfortable holding this trade anymore. So I just decided to close right here. There is a higher chance of price still going lower, but we're going to be talking that on another video, maybe on the live video, which I'm going to be dropping very soon, which I'm going to be going live very soon, and also show you guys what I'm actually looking at, both on the forex and the crypto market and the index market. So that's it for this Ethereum. So let me show you guys the other trade I took again, and so we're going to be talking on, because the next trade I took was Usdjpy. That was the next trade I took. So the next trade I took was JPY, whereby I noticed that okay, price actually broke out from this recent high right here. I knew that there is higher chance of price giving us a retest before pushing to the upside. So what did I do? I came all the way here, all the way to the 4 hours time frame in order to get that recent touch. Then I noticed that okay, price came into this area right here, broke out of this high right here, and also broke out of this high right here. So I went lower to the one hour time frame. And I noticed that okay, price was actually creating structure. This is one thing I was actually lacking in my trading. Structure. I was not that good with structure, knowing how to calculate structure. Then I noticed that okay, we got this high, the price actually got swept liquidity, then started creating an higher height, higher lows. Then price broke structure, creating these highs and these lows and these highs, and swept structure before retracing, then broke structure, and also continued the same structure again, highs and this low, then started consolidating before creating another high and this low, then before breaking this structure, creating another high and a low, then creating this high. So what I did, I noticed that okay, price has actually created an highs and gave us an indication of going higher. So what did I do? I came back to the daily time frame, the 4 hours time frame, in order to draw my recent support at this area right here. And I came back to the 1 hour time frame, noticed that okay, price actually gave us an higher high, then a higher low, then gave us an indication of a higher high, then pull back and gave us a higher low, then coming back into this Fibonacci level, then price came into this Fibonacci level, didn't give us our entry pattern, which is actually an engulfing candle, either a bullish or bearish engulfing candle or a morning star candle. Or if you know chart pattern, you understand the kind of indication we are actually looking at. So I waited for price to come back into this zone again to give me a confirmation. Then I got this guy right here. That was where I dropped in, put my stop loss below this low, because I know there's higher chance of price coming back to stop at some people. I was supposed to put this guy right here, put my stop loss right here in order to give it room to breathe, but I just decided to just keep it here. If price is going to stop me at stopped me out for all good. So what did I do next? I just leave price to ride all the way to this area. I was thinking of holding the trade all the way to this here, all the way here, but I know that would be a greedy trade for me. So I took my profit at, if we come back to the weekly time frame, you will see this this high right here where price found when where sellers they found an opportunity to sell the market. So I just decided to just go there and take my profit off that area because there's higher chance of sellers still pushing, because there are some orders right here. There's higher chance of the smart money coming to this area, using it as a take profit, then start pushing market down. So what do you see? You see that price actually going down. They actually pushed the price down all the way to retest this level right here. So so that's that's it for Usdjpy. So the next pair we are going to be talking on is actually Ethereum, Euro USD. Euro USD, that's going to be my next pair I'm going to be talking on. So let me remove this line right here because I don't need it. So Euro USD, let's go. So Euro USD, this was actually a good trade, but I allowed my emotions get the better of me. But if you see, my chart is currently rough because I was actually studying this morning, and yesterday I was actually studying. So I'm gonna be removing it right here. So please be patient with me. Let me remove my, instead let me just remove. So the chart has been removed. So if we zoom into my chart, you will notice that I took this trade. I didn't take this trade because I was just feeling emotional. So instead it was actually an emotional trade though. I allowed my emotion get the better of me. So I didn't capitalize on this trade properly the way I was supposed to capitalize. But I'm only going to be showing you guys what I saw that make me took this trade the first time before closing it. So if you remember, we'll come to the weekly time frame. Or rather, we'll come to the monthly time frame in order to understand, okay, what is price doing on the monthly time frame, in order to give us a clearer picture, a bigger picture of what we are going to be doing. We notice that, okay, on the monthly time frame, price has been ranging for months. So that's it. So come on the weekly time frame, we notice that, okay, price push all the way to the weekly level right here, and actually finding price came into this weekly level and actually finding resistance. You can just say, okay, resistance, or smart money as using it as take profit and also use it to weigh that stop loss. So let me remove this character. So after we got that level right here, we notice that, okay, price actually in a downtrend at the moment. Currently price actually in this downtrend. We was first of all in this bullish trend, then before we got a retracement. That's why you need to identify stuff before stuff start happening. So on the daily time frame, that was where I came down to actually understand what is price actually doing. I noticed that, okay, price was first in this downtrend right here. Then we started moving all the way to the upside. Then price created this high, created this low, then created an equal highs. Price came and created an equal highs right here. while also removing stops at this area right here. Also removing stops at this area right here. If you see we put it, you see that price actually take out some stops around that area, so creating a something like a double top around that area right there. So before price starts, price broke this trend line right here. We saw price break this. I saw price break this trend line right here. Price broke this trend line right here. Then what I was actually looking for was just strictly sell, 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 sell. So when I scale down to the let me leave that trend line. So when I scale down to the 4 hours time frame, that was where I apply mini into my chart. So I noticed that price broke this trend line, and the price also gave us a break of structure around this area right here, creating this low and creating this high. Then after we got that level right there, then we saw price give us this another low right here. Then I saw price give me a high. Price has already moved down before I noticed that there's a higher chance of Euro USD going lower this week. So what did I do? I just let me remove this guy right here. Then I drew my trend line from here. Make sure it touch everywhere right here. Then I noticed that price has already came into our trend line right here, and when I drew my Fibonacci was just like aligning. My Fibonacci was just aligning right here. Like a Fibonacci aligned. So I got an engulfing candle, and we also got this support right here. Then I said to myself, this is actually an A plus setup for me. If you see where my position is, that was where I took the trade, putting my stop loss at this high right here. Then I scaled down to the 1 hour time frame in order to get an entry. This was actually a good trade, but I allowed my emotions get the better of me. So I'm gonna be removing these Fibonacci right here. Then I saw price actually there's a tendency of price reversing. Then I got in at this area right here, putting my stops right here, because there's a higher chance of price stopping me out if I put my stop loss around this area right here. Price might stop me out, so instead I just decided to put my stop loss around this area. I'm just going for almost a 2.5 RRO. It's better for me to make 2.5 than actually going for 5 weeks to reward or 6 weeks to reward. Then price ended up stopping me out. So I just put my stop loss around that area right there. Then decided to watch what price is actually going to do. So I started following what price is actually doing. Then I saw price created another structure right here. Price created this low, created this high. Then I waited for price to create this low in order to come and retest this area right here. This was where things got technical, because price was just like, I know emotional buyer, emotional sellers, they were around this level just buying. Price would just be stopping there anyhow. So what did I do? I just relaxed, allow price to do what he wants to do. Then I came and I saw, okay, the selling pressure is not strong. Then I got in around this area right here. My expectation, or rather should I call it expectation, or what I was intending to do was to just like start following what adding to my position, following what price is actually going to do. But the reason why I actually exited this trade early, and I'm going to be showing you guys where I exited this trade, was because I was overlooking my phone. And there was news. I was being scared of is the news going to stop me? Because I was actually trending my Profem account. I was about to pass my phase 1, so I was actually like being very scared of price should not come and take my profit, allowing my emotion get the better of me, be having fear in mind. So I entered, then price started trending down. Then price created this low. Then I saw price, like price was just retracing, and it was about time for news, like few minutes, few hours to news. So I just decided to just close around this area in order to come and see price. Price came and retested this level right here, form a clear cut confirmation entry. A clear confirmation entry. If you can see it, this is a clear confirmation entry right here. If I would have gotten like this, put my stop loss above at this low right here, at this low right here, it would have been a good trade. Put my stop loss above this hours right here, this hours right here, it would have been a good trade, because I'm going to be putting my TP at the same level. That was what I was just like thinking of doing. Then I went and exited the trade, then everything just scattered. I was not interested in the chart anymore. I just tell myself till next week I'm going to be trading. I'm not going to be trading this week again, because I closed the trade I think on Thursday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, I think on Thursday. Let me check. On Thursday, so I just tell myself till next week I'm gonna be trading. I'm not gonna be trading this week any forex pairs or trading my Profem account this week till next week. So that was what happened there. We saw price. This candle just drop. Like when I see it, I was not really that happy, but I honed to what I did. I honed to my own mistake, so I just decided to just like close the chart. Then when I got to I did analysis on crypto, which is actually Solana USDT, looking for actually a sell, and I'm also going to be showing you guys why I actually got into this trade. So on Solana USDT, if we come on the weekly time frame, we could see that okay. Let me remove this guy because this guy is not a weekly trend line. So I noticed that price is actually currently in a downtrend, and this is probably a retracement, but we got this engulfing candle, so there's a higher chance of price this being a retracement and being a so as I see that okay, price actually trending all the way to the upside. I went to the daily time frame. Let me bring back my trend line. So I went to the daily time frame, and also I saw that okay, on the daily time frame we got a trend line right here. There's a trend line right here, and there is also a trend line price has broken, which is right here, which is right here, but price came to retest this level, this trend line right here, this trend line at the on top of right here. I will got this trend line also. I will got a daily key level. So when I saw this engulfing candle and price have not breaking this last high right here, price didn't break this high, but only swept liquidity, stopped everybody that was around this area right here. So price stopped them out. Then I just decided okay, there is an engulfing candle. Then I drop into the trade, meeting my criteria, which is actually this one, this trend line, this key level right here, and this level right here. You can see, and this Fibonacci level right here, which is actually a plus setup. The reason why price is actually stalling right now, because if you notice, price was in an uptrend and we got this recent support level, which price actually retesting at the moment. And the reason why I'm actually still confident in this trade, I have a strong confidence in this trade, because price has broken the level I was waiting for price to break, which is actually this trend line right here. This price has broken this one. So the other trend line I'm actually looking for price to break is actually the second one. If price break this trend line, uh, there's a higher chance of price collapsing to the downside. So, but there's still a chance of price continuing to the upside, because if you see price make a huge drop right here, price made a huge drop right here, and there's a higher chance of price coming back to this level in order to, if you understand. So that's it for the pair I traded this week, and these are the results. So I'm gonna be actually going live this evening, showing you guys what I'm actually looking at on the pair. Maybe I'm actually gonna be going live, but if I don't go live this Sunday, maybe upper Sunday, but I'm actually gonna be dropping trade that actually took this coming week. So that's it, guys. It was nice chatting with you guys. Talk to you next time.